Hey, what's up everybody? Edison here from Move Foundry, and you are watching a Final Cut 10 shortcut keys tutorial. This is meant to be a full-on tutorial for those who have never delved into shortcut keys altogether, or for those who are looking for specific shortcut keys to audio related items. You can go to the description box below and there's a matching timecode there that will help you jump to the specific part of my video that will explain that shortcut key. Alright, so with that said, let's get started. We have 3 clips that I have dropped over here on the timeline. 2 of them have audio and 1 of them does not. Okay, so the first shortcut key we're going to go through is to expand the audio. Okay, so if you're looking to do a J cut or an L cut, which means that the video will stop but the audio keeps running through this clip, which has no audio. Alright, the way to do that is you select a clip. When my playhead is parked over a particular clip, I press C and it selects that clip in the main storyline, and I press Ctrl S, which expands the audio off the video. Now the audio has not split off the video, and you can tell by the fact that when you move this clip, the audio moves along with it. In order to extend this particular part of the audio out, what I can do is do 2 things. You first have to select this edge of the audio, and in order to do that you press Shift left bracket. Okay, Shift left bracket will select the right side of the audio. Conversely, when you're on the other side of the clip and you want to select that right side of the audio, that would be Shift right bracket. Alright, I want to do a L cut over here, which means that I want to extend this out. Alright, so in order to do that, I'm going to press my period or the comma key, which I like to see more as the greater than and less than signs. Okay, so let's do that. And notice that my audio is pushing through underneath the video bed, the video right here. Okay, now if I wanted to fine-tune the cut, okay, meaning the the period and the comma are moving the audio by 1 entire frame. In order to nudge the audio by subframe, when you want to fine-tune it, you're going to hold down the Option and do the same with the greater than and less than keys. Okay, so if I zoom in as much as I can and I hold down the Option key while I press the period or the comma key, you can see that I am moving the audio by a subframe. By 10 subframes, it's going to be Option, Shift, and the greater than and less than signs. Okay, now if I would like to change the audio level of a particular clip, right now I'm hovering at 2, and let's just say I want to bring it down to 0. I select the clip and I hold down Control and press the plus or minus keys. Okay, so I'm going to press minus twice. Okay, and if I hover the key over, I can see that it's now at 0 decibels. Next, we're going to go into fine-tuning the audio level for a particular clip. Okay, I'm going to, just for the sake of argument, pretend that this portion right here, this part where like the audio bumps up and down a little bit, happens to be a little too hot, and I want to bring only this part down. Okay, there are 2 ways that you can do it. The first way is you can hold the Option key while you manually hover the mouse over the audio clip, and then on the line here, you just basically manually put in the keyframes. Okay, and then what you can do is you let go of the Option key and you select any portion of the audio here, which is bounded by 2 keyframes, and then you press Option up or down arrow keys in order to bring that level up or down. Okay, the other way to do it is to, and if you happen to be pretty fast at this, is while the video is playing, you can actually just drop those keyframes. I'm going to press play, and while the video is playing, I'm going to press Option K in order to try and place keyframes here and here so that I can bring this down. Okay, here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, you see what happened? Okay, so now I can go back and I can just do an Option and then down arrow to bring that part down. Alright, I'm going to show you a second way of doing this, which is using the range key. With the range key, I can press R to toggle it on, and what that's going to allow you to do is to select that same range right there. Okay, And this time around, because that's selected, you can press the Control plus or minus keys in order to bring that portion of the audio up or down. Okay, now I don't use this a whole lot, and reason being is because the range key happens to place these two keyframes a bit too close together, which for my intents and purposes is not a whole lot versatile. I need to have a little bit of a transition going back and forth. Finally, audio roles. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here into my library, and I'm going to find all the audio bits. Now I have a library of sound effects as well as music and other things. And let's just say that I want to add a sound effect of laughter, a girl's laughter over here. Okay. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to drop the audio right here. Okay. Just somewhere here for now. So there are 3 different audio roles that you can assign. You can assign either effect, dialogue, or music. Okay. For music, I have it as this green right here. For sound effects, I have it as this turquoise color, and then for dialogue, I have it as blue. Okay, so how do you change the role of these audio bits? The way to do that is, let's just say if this happens to be a sound effect, okay, I want to color code it to turquoise, which is a sound effect. Okay, the way to do that is you hold Control Option and an E for effect, and that's going to change it. Okay. Now, in order to change it back to dialogue, you hold the Control Option key and you press D, as in David. All right. For music, it's going to be obviously M, so it's Control Option M. Okay. Now, why is this so important? All right. Well, let's check this out. I'm going to place a small audio bed over here. I mean, a music bed over here. Okay. I'm going to drop it here. Just kind of extend that. Okay, so here now we have 3 different kinds of audio bits. Okay, let's just say if at the end of the day you have stacked up a bunch of sound effects, maybe added two music beds right here for some reason. Okay, and then you have dialogue, and everything starts to stack up vertically, where it starts to become a bit cumbersome for you to isolate the just the sound effects so that you can work with those. Okay. This is what this is all about right here, and I love this. The first icon that we have here, and if you hover above it, it says show or collapse this lane in timeline. So basically what it does is if I click that for dialogue, okay, which is the blue one, it expands the dialogue so that you can work with it more easily. Okay, again, I'm going to click that. See what happened here. This part of the dialogue you cannot see. Okay, so if you press that, you're going to toggle it on so that all the dialogue that's going to be used in the timeline gets used up. Now, the second one over here, if you hover above this, it says expand or collapse subroles in the timeline index. Okay, I'm going to click that and let's see what happens. Okay, now what happened over here is that all the audio channels that were recorded with that video, or for all videos for that matter, are expanded. Okay, so that you can now work with each individual channel. And by the way, I forgot to mention that you can do that for a single video clip by pressing Control Option S. Okay, and that'll expose all the channels that were recorded along with that video clip. All right. Okay, and finally going into this last one here, we have focus the timeline on this role. So what happens when you click that? You have visually been able to compartmentalize all the other audio roles except for the dialogue, and that makes it very, very manageable. I tend to use for the effects a lot because I use a lot of sound effects on my projects, and that's going to allow for me to look at and focus on the sound effects so that I can work with those. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I'm going to be putting out a new tutorial hopefully every Friday. And if you have any questions or if I missed any shortcut keys, please feel free to add your comment below. Thank you very much.